Now today at midday, we'll see the top of the table clash in the SA20 competition. It's at the Wanderers when the Joburg Super Kings host last year's runner-ups and multiple champions of this tournament, the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. So to talk to us about this, we have the pleasure of being joined by the Sunrisers Eastern Cape coach, Adrian Birrell. Thanks so much for joining us, Adrian. It's been an interesting season. We did speak to Alan Donald before the season started. Just looking at your guys' history, you really had the Cinderella story. No one really underestimates you at all. But no team that's as big as yours, as successful as yours, is without its challenges. And perhaps we start off with that your leadership hiccup is where you're at right now with the Markram leaving and then Tristan Stubbs coming in to fill those shoes there. Talk to us about where the team is currently at.
I think we're in a good place. I think we've selected well, and I'm very happy with the players we have. I think we can play at all the venues. For example, we're playing here in Joburg today, and we were expecting a different sort of pitch. But we're expecting it to turn, so we've got enough spinners. We thought it would be for fast bowlers, but now we're going to have to change our team a little bit for the conditions. So I think we've got a squad that can play in all conditions. And yes, we have had a leadership change with losing Aiden Markram, and we've appointed Tristan Stubbs, who is doing a good job so far.
I think I'm really interested in, just your coaching philosophy. I think one thing that the Orange Army has done particularly well is a mixture of youth and experience, and everyone wants that, but striking that balance, that fine balance, is always tricky. And how you're supporting him in this leadership role right now.
And there's a lot of support on the field and off the field. We've got an experienced coaching staff.
Yeah.
We've got to know him quite well because it's his fourth season with us. But we've also recruited Johnny Bairstow, Quinton de Kock. The two of them help him on the field. So there's a lot of support for him there. I think he's taken it on with open eyes. He does a lot of work off the field. He sits with the coaches before the games. He goes through the opposition, so he prepares very well with the analysts and the coaches. So he really is he's adapting well, and I think he's doing a good job so far.
So talk to me about perhaps. I didn't want to go into, but I think it's an important question in terms of Shukri Conrad's selection for the ICC T20 World Cup, because you have Quinny there. You have a few players that have been selected and they're not selected, like Tristan Stubbs as well. And many people maybe perhaps don't understand. You mentioned it earlier that you're proud of your selection. People don't understand what goes into these selection processes, and seeing some of your boys being in the squad and then not being in the squad as well.
Yeah, well, we do a lot of planning before the auction, and we've got sort of a plan A, a plan B, a plan C if things don't go our way. But I think we're very happy with the auction. We might have missed out on one or two players, but then we were delighted in getting others. So. On the national team's selection now for the World Cup, Tristan's missed out, Matthew Bieski's missed out, Luto Sapamna's missed out, but Quinton's got in. So there's some happy faces and some sad faces, but I think pretty much everyone knew beforehand who was going to be selected and who's not. There weren't any surprises there.
I think let's also maybe discuss in terms of your coaching team, you guys, many of you have hailed from the Eastern Cape. Is that something that's important to you as a franchise? You've been there for many, many years as well, and you hail from Makanda as well. What's the general philosophy that has kept the Orange Army so strong from your Cinderella debut season in season 1 all the way through to season 4?
It was a policy of ours to go local, and there's a lot of players that are who have had a history in the Eastern Cape. Some are born and bred there, others play there.
Yeah.
But this year we're delighted to get quite a few players, and also on the staff side. So yes, there was a very strong policy of ours to go for local born talent or local talent. So we do know our home conditions, but also I wanted the support. And if they are local, they'll get more support. So I think it's a nice local flavour that we've managed to get.
Love that. You did touch on it briefly earlier on, but I just want to come back to your match against the Joburg Super Kings today. They're sitting at the top of the log. What do you make of the squad, make of the team? You've been analysing everyone, obviously pre-season and now during the season. Are there any of the other squads that particularly stand out for you? And what do you make of the competition as well? Do you think South Africans are getting excited again about T20 cricket?
Yes. Well, firstly, Joburg, they're very well led. I know Faf du Plessis very well. Stephen Fleming's he's an iconic coach, and he's won the IPL multiple times. So they're a formidable unit, and I think they prepare very well, and they know how to win in their home conditions. So they don't make it easy for you coming to the bull ring. It's not going to be easy today. I think it'll be a very good game. They're two very good sides. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of support for the local team. And there'll be support from, for us, especially from the Eastern Cape. And I think there's a lot of interest in the SA20, not only here but abroad. I've worked abroad for the last number of years, and there's a huge support for the SA20, and I think everyone realizes that it's a very, very good tournament with brilliant teams. So there's a lot of interest, and teams-wise, I think every team is strong. It showed maybe last night, Mumbai just losing to Paul by 1 run, and then the night before, Joburg beating Durban Super Giants in a super over, and there's nothing to choose from between the teams, because they're so close, these games, and I'm sure we're going to have a few close games ahead of us as well. So
definitely,
to choose the best team, you'd think on paper, Super Giants, Mumbai, I don't know, on paper they would be probably the strongest, but what's shown in the past is it's not played on paper, unfortunately, and it's about playing in the middle and producing matches on the day.
I was just going to say that, it never, ever really goes according to paper. Adrian, unfortunately, we have reached the time in the show where we've got to take a quick break, so I've got to say goodbye to you. But thank you so much for making the time to chat to us, and we're wishing you all the best for that match today as well.
Thank you very much.
So we have been chatting to Adrian Birrell. He's the coach of the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. And we were talking about the SA20. They've got that match. It's at 1 o'clock. Yes, it is at 1 o'clock. And as you mentioned, it's taking place at the Bullring. It's an exciting venue. If you are in Johannesburg, head out and go and watch. This December-January period for T20 cricket is always the best. Chill on the grass and get a tan as well.